welcome to UTV Guna and our show, The Roaring Gunners from the City of Joy. With Saradeep from the Arsenal Bengal Official Supporters Group. Hi, bro. How are you?
I'm great, yeah. I'm fine and I'm, kind of very happy the way the things have gone for us. So, yeah, overall, I'm very good and I'm looking forward to the next games.
Yeah, we've done really well. Last three games, Chelsea away, Man United at home, West Ham away. Three really difficult games and we've won them all. It's ironic because the three games before that were much easier on paper and we got 0 points. So we've done really well to bounce back, get 9 points from these last three games. We're now in a really good position. Let's start with your thoughts on the West Ham game then. Not the best of performances, but we got the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it was not the best of our performance again because we were scrappy, we were also, I believe, not that fluent, going up front and all. But the result that matters, we got the 2 goals and 2 goals from our two centre backs, which is, I don't remember the whenever that happened in the past, in the last time, but whenever that happened. But yeah, great victory as well because, it was very important because West Ham, although they were a bit depleted due to their Europa League things and all. They had some kind of distractions regarding that, but we, kept our shape and did well. But one thing I have to say that our defense needs a bit, needs to tidy up a bit because we, conceded balls with ease and you also considered a very easy goal. I believe that the defender who was there, the centre back should have sorted that out, but that didn't happen. But overall, I'm very happy because 3 points is all that matters now because it doesn't at this point of time, it doesn't matter how you play. It all that matters is the result and we got that. So yeah, very happy with that.
Yes, so we've got to give a special mention to Rob Holding. Came into the team as Ben White was injured, hasn't played much this season. He would have been under pressure, but he was really solid, composed, made some crucial blocks, and to top it off, he got that really important goal.
Absolutely, yeah. The defenders did well, but still, I do believe that sometimes we did give the ball very cheaply because when we can pick a simple pass, we just try to maneuver something, and in doing that, we lose the ball. I think we have to rectify that, and for sure, these players are very young, as you know, so they will going to improve. So I'm not going to go into that too much. So yeah, Rob Holding outstanding performance because he got his first Premier League goal, man. In 6 years, he has been. I remember him joining in 2016 as and Arsene Wenger, kind of told. I think one of his press conferences, he said that Holding doesn't cost you 50 million, so you won't be, praising him. One of the press conferences I remember. So yeah, it's a good moment for him as well because 6 years at this club, he has never been that regular player because he has been on and off. He has been in and out, but this season also, if you see that he hasn't been the first choice at all, but whenever he has been summoned, he has done exceedingly well. And so credit goes to Rob Holding and credit goes to Gabriel as well for his goal as well. So yeah, great decent performances from both of our centre backs, and yeah, looking forward to the next game.
Yeah, also Tommy Yasu came back into the starting 11. Great to have him back.
Absolutely, you could see that because on the right hand side, whenever it was Cedric, we used to kind of panic whenever there's someone is running through that side. We're saying, okay, something bad is on the corner. But with Tomias, we can see it's a lot more settled. It's a lot more secure. You just don't have those panics at that time with Tomias in the team. So yeah, he did well as well. I think he had a decent game after coming back from a long injury. I think he did pretty well, and I think Tomiyasu still has to give a lot. I think it's not the best of him. I do believe that he's going to develop into a very, very good player in the future. So yeah, very happy with Tommy and well. And also I'll have to mention the performance of El Neni again. I think he was quite decent yet again in our midfield. So overall, it was not the ideal performance, but just the performance you need at this point of time.
Yeah, we did enough to win, and that's the most important thing right now, getting the 3 points. Another player, got to say, done well again. He's come into the team the last few games. He's added a lot of energy and pace to our attacking play compared to what Lacazette was doing, and that's Eddie Nketiah. Didn't score against West Ham, but again was lively throughout. You know, was always looking to make something happen. He had a couple of close chances as well.
Yeah, yeah, you have. I've said that many times that Lacazette hasn't been in his at his best at all. So why not try Nketiah? Because you can see, I think the dividend that it paid against Chelsea was quite vivid, because the first goal that we scored against Chelsea, it doesn't happen if Lacazette plays. The sheer pace that Nketiah has, and also he has that kind of extra, a bit extra that he brings into the team whenever it's pressing down or chasing the ball after. He does a bit extra than Lacazette. He has been doing that. I thought he was quite outstanding in the game against Wolves at our home when he was subbed on and provided provided an assist for Nicola Pepe. So yeah, overall he has been decent. He's performing well, but again, his contract situation means that he may well be leaving at the end of the season, and it may well be just he's doing get this performances might help him to land at a better club than probably he would have got 6 months ago. One more thing I love to add as well, yeah, although Nketiah is doing well, he has been decent in the last few matches. He has scored some two good goals against Chelsea. He was a constant threat against United as well. But by no means I think Nketiah should be. We should consider Nketiah as our prime striker next season, because we do need a proper injection at that position next season if we want to, take the next step from here.
Yeah, I really hope that we don't do that. We need to be getting in a really world-class striker, as we know, that can consistently score 20, 25 goals a season. So yeah, let's hope we're doing that. But praise Nketiah, he has come in and done well. Maybe if he's willing to stay as a squad player still, then I might offer him a new contract. But I don't know. I think he wants to play more regular first team football from what he's been saying.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. And if he's going to leave, if he can help us secure Champions League before he goes, that'll be amazing. And we're in such a great place now. So 2 points ahead of Tottenham, only 4 games left. Our next game is Leeds. Their next game is Liverpool away. So we could go into a North London derby 5 points ahead of him. They did win on the weekend, 3-1 at home to Leicester. Did you see their game?
No, I didn't see the game, but it was a decent result for them, because remember, we do have Newcastle away and Everton home. Newcastle away is very tough at this point of time because they have added some decent players, and Everton, they might well be playing for their lives in the last game. So though both of those games won't be easy, so I think even if we go with a 5-point lead against in the North London derby, I think we shouldn't we have to avoid defeat there. But yeah, I actually didn't look at the Tottenham game last week, but they are a decent result. Yeah, 3-1 winners. So yeah.
Okay, so let's look ahead to this weekend's games. Let's talk about our game first against Leeds. Would you make any changes to the lineup?
No, I won't. Actually, I won't. I will put on the same team, because Leeds do also one of those teams who are in the relegation mix, and they can be having some problems as well. They have been open all season in their defense, so we'll have to exploit that. And if we want to exploit that, we will have to keep Nketiah at least, because Lacazette, I don't think that he will be able to create that much given the way he has played, whatever his form is. So I will be going with the same team, and is I think we'll be having Elneny and Xhaka. So yeah, it's fine for me. I'll go with the same team.
Okay, Arteta today said in his press conference that he's not sure if Ben White will be back. He's gonna see how he goes in training session tomorrow. So if he's available, then he would come back in for Rob Holding. But I think apart from that, same team. He said there's no other injuries, so nothing to worry about.
I will keep Rob Holding actually. I will keep Rob Holding because the lad he has been decent whenever he has come on. He has had a great game. He scored a goal. So keep him. Why you want to chop and change, because Ben White, he's coming back from an injury, so he may not be, 100% fit. He has just come back in training, so it will take at least three or four training sessions, and then you can just think about, integrating him into the team. So I will go with Rob Holding, even if Ben White is fully fit.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from. And Rob Holding's done a good job. He's not let us down. So if we were to see him in the starting lineup on Sunday, it wouldn't worry me. As you say, it might give Ben White a bit more time to get fully fit for the North London derby, which is next Thursday. Not long to go now for that one. Leeds fighting relegation. As we know, the teams down there that are battling relegation, they're going to be fighting for their lives. The intensity is going to be a high level. And we've got to match them for intensity, because if we don't, we could lose this game. We can't take anything for granted. We saw their last game, they just lost 4-0 to Manchester City, and we've had many heavy defeats this season. We beat them comfortably at their ground as well. But we really have to match them in that intensity, because they are going to put a big effort in. So if we can match them, then our quality should take over. What's your thoughts on the game and quick score prediction?
If you tell me what should be our approach against Leeds, I think Leeds are a team that plays, reckless football, where they don't, we have seen it from the Bielsa era, the way the style of play that they had, they kind of go all out and they will play the flashy passes. They will just go all attack. So there will be spaces for us to exploit. But at this point, I don't know what their tactics and what their approach to the game will be. But I think they do have some quality players, the likes of Rafinha, Rodrigo, and even Daniel James that used to play for United. So they do have some players, but I think we do have the better side, and we are going to be victors with ease. And my score prediction will be Arsenal 3, Leeds 0.
Okay, same as me. That's the prediction I'm going for. We're due to give someone a thrashing and have a comfortable win. It's been a while, so let's hope it's this Sunday. We have that nice, comfortable win, get an early goal, and then go on to win the game nice and easy, 3-0. And then, Liverpool are playing Tottenham, so we really need Liverpool to do us a favour. We know Liverpool are in really good form. They keep winning. They're through to the Champions League final now. They're doing really well in the Premier League, just 1 point behind Man City in the FA Cup final as well. They're still on for the quadruple, so I'm confident that they're all to beat Tottenham, but as we're saying in football, we can't take anything for granted. I remember when Tottenham played Man City away early in the season, it was a game we thought that Man City will win comfortably. Man City were playing really well at the time. Tottenham were struggling, and Tottenham somehow beat them there 3-2. So, Tottenham could win, but I think it's really unlikely. And come on, Liverpool, do us a favour. Your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, sure. I'll gonna be a copite for a couple of hours, So it is a massive match for Liverpool as well, because remember they're into the Champions League final. So in Klopp's mind now, he will have the quadruple in mind, but I don't think he will be thinking too much about that. I think the main thing that he will be aiming, to get a victory against Tottenham, and that's going to help us. So yeah, I do believe Liverpool do have surely the better squad, and they're better players than Tottenham have. But Tottenham have a great coach as well in Antonio Conte. So it's going to be a fascinating game. But I do believe that it will be comfortable victory for Liverpool. Although Tottenham may create odd problems and all, they may get an odd goal from here and there, but I think it's going to be a Liverpool victory for sure.
Okay, your correct score prediction?
Liverpool 4, Tottenham 1.
Okay, that'll be nice.
Come on, you Reds. You're never gonna walk alone. I think the way Man City played against Real Madrid. I think Liverpool gonna fancy them, because at this point Manchester City it looks like that they are a bit complacent, because we saw the complacency in the last match in the semi-final against Real Madrid. they were 1-0 up, and then they thought that yeah, the game is done, and look what happened. So if City thinks that yeah, they have it okay, easy, they will gonna win all the games, remaining games, and just gonna keep Liverpool at bay, I think they're wrong. And Liverpool, being the Klopp, the way he is, the players of Liverpool, he's gonna tell the players, yeah, just completely utilize and take advantage of that. And I do see that City may be slipping, in one of the games. So Liverpool, I do believe, do still have a real chance to win the Premier League as well, because I just having a feeling that Manchester City, the way they collapsed in the last match against Real Madrid, I think that can happen in the Premier League as well. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting the last phase of this league. I think it's been a fantastic year. I think this season has been superb, I do believe, because the way the things are panning out in every corner, every tournament, it's a superb season. I do believe.
Yeah, it sure has been. For the Man City players, that defeat is going to be hard to recover from mentally as well. Against Real Madrid, it was just such a shock to see how they collapsed like that. They were in such a good position, and then they fell apart. And it's not working out for them well in the Champions League. It's going to be really mentally hard for them to recover from that. We know how important it is for them, the Champions League. They've never won it. They really want to win it. So now they can go one of two ways. They can either be feeling a bit sorry for themselves a bit, struggling to recover from the defeat, and then put in a poor performance against Newcastle or one of the other three remaining games after that, or they could come back really determined to make sure that they win at least the Premier League this season, which will be a great achievement. They are one of the best teams in Europe, without doubt. They've been the dominant team in England for the last 4 or 5 years. If they were to win this season, it'd be 4 Premier League titles out of the last 5 years, which is real dominance. So they are a great team, just lack of concentration, maybe. Could say complacency, could say unlucky as well. They had many good chances. The first leg as well, they should have won that game much more comfortably.
Absolutely.
Shouldn't be 4-3. So, many things went against them, but they are a great team still. And we want to get to that level.
Surely. We're going to reach that, and Arteta signing a new deal as well. So yeah, things.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that next.
Maybe getting better.
Yeah, so the news came out today that Mikel Arteta has signed the contract extension. It's until the end of the 2024-25 season. So a big show of faith from the board in him and the owners, to give him that contract now. Not saying they want to wait to the end of the season. He was asked about it, the timing, and he said, yeah, but, they wanted to get it done as quick as possible. So that's why it's all been done now, ahead of what is a huge couple of games coming up for us, and end of the season, just 4 games to go. So they could have left it to the end of the season, but they've done it now. Your thoughts?
I think he deserves it, because the way he kind of transformed this team, the youngsters that he has, and the way we have played this season, despite having the youngest squad, the so-called inexperienced squad, having so much young players. We have done exceedingly well. If you may be an Arteta critic, you may not like Arteta, but you have to believe, you have to admit that he has done exceedingly well with this group of players. And the most striking thing that I see in his, I have seen in his management, is that these young players kind of, they really take him as their manager. They really do want to play for their boss. They do believe in his, in his process, whatever that is, in his vision. So they do believe that, and we have seen the dividends in this season. Yeah, we did lose 3 matches against Crystal Palace and Southampton and Brighton, but then coming back from those defeats to get wins against Chelsea, United, and an informed West Ham, who by the way reached in the semi-finals of the Europa League. So you have to kind of commend that. Yeah, they have done a commendable job, and credit goes to the manager, because he must have, he has inspired those players, because 3 losses in the trot, then you're playing Chelsea away, who are in a decent form, who are 3rd in the Premier League table. So their heads are supposed to go, down, because those are young players. They're very gentle. They have a delicate, it's a delicate stage of their development, and that things can go south very easily. So, but the way Arteta has managed, I do really feel that he got this extension, and he deserves it completely. I don't know where we are going. Champions League is not secured yet, but the next, it means that he is at least potentially three more seasons under Arteta, and I'm looking forward to see where he takes us, next, because I I absolutely do like the way the young crops that we have, and if he wants to build on around them, then well and fine. I'm very happy, and I do believe that he does have something. He does have something. He just, I still believe that his management has to be better, because he may he may have to face some of the rebels, some of the bohemian type of players in the future as well. I would like to see him handling them, a bit better. But so far, his process, whatever that they told us to trust, is going into the right direction. So I have to give him that.
Yeah, let's hope now we can seal the Champions League place for next season, and let's hope the board really back him in the summer transfer window, and we can start, as we were talking about, want to challenge the likes of Man City and Liverpool, so we can start getting closer to that, and consistently stay in the Champions League now and start challenging to win the Premier League. Yeah, just to finish with, so as we were saying, Manchester City are out of the Champions League now. Real Madrid have gone through to the final to play Liverpool. Your thoughts on the Champions League final?
I think it's going to be a crazy one. Liverpool, by far the consistent team, the way they have played in the knockout stage as well, they've done it with ease, you have to say. Although Villarreal get them a little bit of scare, credit goes to Unai Emery. He did well against Liverpool, so you have to hand out to him. Very decent person, very decent person. Although I didn't like his play, his style of play, I think he had to go, but very, very nice person. So Liverpool's passage has been easier. Real Madrid on the other side has been kind of pandemonium. They were on the verge of going out in all the three knockout games, against PSG, Chelsea, and City as well. But they have somehow managed it. So it's going to be a crazy game. But I do believe that Salah will have that added impetus to, take a revenge of what happened in 4 years back. So I'm backing Liverpool to win the Champions League. I hope it doesn't happen, but I think that they might just gonna make it, because they do have the better players. You have to. If you compare both the teams, they do have the better players. They have the likes of Salah, Mane, and Luis Diaz. The way that guy has played since joining Liverpool, he has been superb. So they do have a very, very fearsome front three, and if you add Diogo Jota into that, then fearsome front four. Although all of them may not play together. And on the other side, Real Madrid do have the likes of Modric and Benzema, and apart from that, Rodrigo. Although they do have Vinicius Junior, but they have been hot and cold, so they haven't been consistent. Yeah, when the chips have gone down, they have somehow resurrected themselves, and they have just got the result. But overall, if you tell me which is the more balanced, more settled squad, is Liverpool. So I'm going to be backing Liverpool to win it.
Okay, let's hope we'll be competing in the Champions League next season. When you watch it, like these great games we saw over the last few days, and you're like, I wish we were there.
Absolutely. It's been a long time that I've watched the Champions League group stage games. So I generally omit all the group stage matches since we were not in this. So it's going to be a great feeling, listening to that anthem playing at our ground again. So yeah, hopefully, for sure, next season.
And what would be a great scenario is if we can beat Leeds, Liverpool can beat Tottenham, then we can beat Tottenham. It'll mean that we will seal the top 4 place at their ground, because we'll go 8 points, just 2 games to go.
A perfect St. Tottenham day. So yeah, it's you can. I can dream of that, but let's win the Leeds game, on Sundays, and we're gonna take it forward from there, because it's rather I will just gonna contain myself than go completely and then flowing into the optimism. I have had my fair share of setbacks in the past regarding Arsenal. So I'm not going to be getting too far ahead. I'm just going to take one game by game and let's see from there what happens.
Yeah, for sure. Game by game. The most important thing is we got to concentrate and take care of our business, which is to beat Leeds. If Liverpool can do us a favour, that would be a great bonus, but it's in our hands. You know, even if somehow Tottenham do beat Liverpool, we'll still be 2 points ahead of them if we can beat Leeds going into that North London derby. What a match that's going to be next week. I look forward to speaking to you next week to preview that match and to hopefully discuss us beating Leeds and Tottenham losing to Liverpool. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate it for your time and for the invitation. And thank you very much.
You're welcome, Brian.
Come on, you guys.
And always a pleasure to have you on the channel. So that's all from us, everyone. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share.